Hello everyone, welcome to NIMPA Digital Media. My name is Wahukirago. I'm a Jenny from NIMPA, that is Nairobi Institute of Music and Performing Arts. Today we have Mr. Odifaxad Peter. Ama kama mjumbe avyo, anaitwa Guardian Angel. Karibu sana, hapa NIMPA.
Asante.
Guardian Angel, or Peter, is going to be one of our mentors. He will be mentoring our music students on matters of the music industry, and to be specific, the gospel music industry. And before I ramble on more, let me introduce him and let him say a little bit of what he wants us to know about him. Karibu.
Really. Safi sana. Asante sana. I appreciate for the opportunity to come here to NIMPA. This is my first time in a setup like this, doing mentorship. But I just appreciate, because this is a vision that I had earlier. I tried to kidogo gather people and just train them a little about the little that I know about music, and I'm glad that we have even gotten to a place like this where now we can be able to share it to a bit of a wider audience, and maybe going forward we'll grow the audience as we also grow. So for me, it's an opportunity to learn and also to share the little that I have been able to learn over the years.
That's really nice. So to start with, who is Guardian Angel?
Me.
Yes, who are you?
I'm the one.
I can see you as the one. But for someone who, yes, they can see you, but who are you really?
Who am I really?
Yes.
That question is really sometimes tricky to answer. But then this is just me. I'm a born again Christian, a young guy, a father of many people in the industry, and also a believer in Christ, and also to share the little that I have been able to learn over the years.
That's really nice. So to start with, who is Guardian Angel?
Me.
Yes, who are you?
I'm the one.
I can see you as the one. But for someone who, yes, they can see you, but who are you really?
Who am I really?
Yes.
That question is really sometimes tricky to answer. But then this is just me. I'm a born again Christian, a young guy, a father of many people in the industry, and also a believer in Christ deeply, and a lover of music, precisely gospel music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe briefly tell us, the notable experiences in your journey as a gospel musician and minister.
Notable experiences.
Yes. Like things that you think that have shaped the Guardian Angel of today that we know, that have really impacted your gospel music.
Well, I think it's because, sometimes when we get into the industry, or now into music ministry, most of us people get into it as a hobby.
Okay.
And even the times when us guys were coming into the music, I don't know how to call it, the game or the fraternity,
Hata kwa Kiswahili niseme,
wakati tuliingia music, we came into it as more as a hobby, but with the thought of wanting to make something out of it.
Very true.
Yeah, so tulitaka ku treat music as a career, but the things that we
did
are things to show that we are operating it as a hobby.
As a hobby.
You understand?
Okay.
So you desire to get the results of a career, but you're doing it, the habits and the things that you're doing is those of a hobby.
Yes.
So you end up getting the results of a hobby, which are just the pleasure of you performing as an artist, on the stage with many people shouting, and people knowing you. but career wise you don't get returns.
Okay. So ni point gani hii realization ilikuhapenia? Like at what point did you realize?
Sadly it took like 7 years for me to come and
7
realize
years?
that. Yeah, because me, I've been in the music industry for like 10 years now.
Okay.
My first song was released in 2011.
Okay.
And I had sung it earlier, to 8 there, around to 8 hobby.
As a hobby.
You understand?
Okay.
So you desire to get the results of a career, but you're doing it, the habits and the things that you're doing is those of a hobby.
Yes.
So you end up getting the results of a hobby, which are just the pleasure of you performing as an artist, you know, on the stage with many people shouting, and people knowing you, but career wise you don't get returns.
Okay. So ni point gani hii realization ilikuhapenia? Like at what point did you realize?
Sadly it took like 7 years for me to come and
7
realize
years?
that. Yeah, because me, I've been in the music industry for like 10 years now.
Okay.
My first song was released in 2011.
Okay.
And I had sung it earlier, to 8 there, around to 8 to 9. So just recently is when I came to realize that, and the notable experiences is
Yes.
but the I think, you know, the negative part of it is why did I have to go through what I went through before I won the award?
Yes.
You understand?
Yes. And you are still the
negative,
same person.
yeah, I'm the same person.
True.
The negative part of it is why should it be the one that determines a big artist,
an award,
or a person who is good in what they do?
True. And you know, we're looking at this award is just the award. There is no
award.
No financial, there's no monetary, it's just an award.
Nothing.
So do you think that's a weakness that we have? That is in our industry.
It's not a weakness. I think, you know, what I came to realize is that the industry has grown with some of the perceptions that it has been given by the media. You understand? We have been made to feel as the audience that, or as the fan base, that when you win the award is now when you become, when you are good.
Yes.
If you win the Artist of the Year, you're now the best artist. Thing is, we have so many people down here, even in the slums, who can sing very well.
True.
And there are even people who sing in truth and in spirit for God.
True.
Down here in churches and in the slums. But the people we elevated first before us, and those are the people who I would say have gotten us into a ditch. The people who we put up and said, these are the artists that we believe in. Hao ndio wale tunawaamini. And every one of us followed them. Right now, all the gospel musicians and all the artists who came after them are suffering because of their mistakes and their decisions.
The standards that were set are not favorable to, you know, a person who's coming in truth and, you know, in the...
How one lives and the things that they do and the music that they produce, then we would be having a standing gospel industry right now.
Wow. So wacha nikuulize. Now, you say you feel like, you know, you wasted this. Okay, I wouldn't say you wasted.
It's not wasted.
It's not
I appreciate those 7 years.
Yes.
I appreciate those 7 years that and the process that I went through